easiest gag in Australia. You go, woo, like this, and all you do is laugh at me, like, woo, woo. Anyway, I did that in the US. I went, woo, like that to all America. I did the biggest keynote of my life in front of 10,000 Americans, right? And I went, woo, thinking I was going to play the same joke. And all the Americans went, woo, at me, right? And I went, holy shit, in Australia, no one cares. Like, literally, I can go, whoa, and everyone just goes, no, don't give a shit. I'm just going to keep my arms crossed and laugh at you. Anyway, whatever, we'll try later. So I grew up in Patagonia. How many of you know where Patagonia is? Patagonia? Okay, that's not good. We'll start again. Europe. You know what Europe is? Europe? Yay, well done. It's not in Europe, just so you know. But let me help you. Europe is like at the top here, Australia down here, Antarctic, Patagonia on the other side. Yeah, middle of nowhere, tiny little place, comparable in Australia to something like Broken Hill. Anyone from Broken Hill? There's what? No? Okay, a shithole like Broken Hill. You know, like one of those shitty places you go, what a shit place to grow up. I grew up in that shit place. I love Broken Hill, by the way. I've been there before. It's beautiful. But, you know, like shitty place meaning, you know, a small little regional town. Your mom and dad have already decided the rest of your life for you, right? You're going to marry these 2 or 3 people we pick for you. You're going to go to uni and study this. You're going to buy the house around the corner. Like the whole thing was planned out. And I was about 8 years old, and I told my family I was going to travel the world. And they kind of laughed at me. I come from very humble beginnings, so there was like no chance I was going to travel the world. But by the age of 17, I got myself a scholarship, and I landed in Byron Bay. Anyone know Byron Bay? Yeah, close to Nimbin. Who knows Nimbin? So anyway, I spent like 12 months in Australia. I went to high school. I finished. I went back to Argentina, back to Patagonia. I went to university. Education didn't work for me. I was one of those kids that really struggled with the education system. I still struggle today. And I didn't struggle because I was like malicious or anything like that. I was just you know, had like really good marks, but horrible behavior. And the behavior was bad because I was the guy that organized all the protests at school to get rid of the principals and shit like that. I was that guy that was like, you know, come on, let's get rid of it, whatever. And it's still day to day. My kids go to school and I'm like always going, oh my God, what's going on here? And I don't need to explain this to you, but you know, the education system is kind of broken. I always say that, you know, the education system is the system that rules them all, right? The democratic system, the financial system, the legal system, all the systems that we now are noticing how much they're struggling with current society and how we're living are struggling because the raw materials come out of the education system, right? And if we keep producing damaged goods, we're going to keep getting damaged results, right? So every time my kids go to school and they come back, I normally run a parallel education system at home where like I undo everything they learn and I have to, who said that? No, what? No, hang on. And then I have to like unpack it and then like read back. Anyway, so I'm going to share with you stories that come from the last 25 years of disruption, change, adaptability, businesses, investing, various other things. My job is to provoke you and shake you up and make you think differently. I may offend you at points in time if I haven't offended you already. Shit, permission to offend? Granted? Yes? I promise. The only reason why I'm doing this is I just want to share with you my stories and the stuff that happened to me, and you can take or leave whatever you want, right? You don't need to believe me. All I need you is just to suspend your disbelief for long enough. Yeah? Ready to go? You! Yeah, it's still shit, but doesn't matter. Okay. So, let's get going. So, I normally start here. It's not the strongest of the species that survives, not the most intelligent that survives. It is the one that is the most adaptable to change. So why do I start with this beautiful Darwinism? Is because I say to people, it doesn't matter how well you can predict the future, right? It's all speculation anyway. But let's say that you can figure out somehow where the future is going. It doesn't matter how well you can predict it. If you can't adapt your business to it, what's the point in knowing? Yeah? So if you're the kind of person that drives home the same way every day and sits in the same desk and grabs the same coffee and the same breakfast and follows the same routine day in, day out, let me tell you, the future looks like shit for you. I should say at the beginning, hi, my name is Gus. I come from the future. What happened to me will happen to you. Prepare. Now, why am I saying that? Because when you do the same thing day in, day out, you are starving your brain from novelty. You don't give your brain any novelty. You're just doing the same thing over and over again. And when you starve your brain from novelty, your brain goes, I don't have anything new to get used to. Yeah? And bit by bit, you drop your tolerance to change. That's why businesses in general hate change. That's why we hate change. The older we get, the less new things we do because we don't want to feel stupid. We don't want to fail. But the point is, you have to do it to increase your tolerance to that discomfort. The more new shit you do, the more stupid you feel, the more your tolerance increases, the easier it is to change and adapt to new things. Start playing with things in the future a little bit, even if it's just a little bit every week, an hour or two a week. So here's the reason why often it's really, really hard to do new things, is because we don't let go. We don't let go. Have a look at your wardrobe. Full of shit that you don't need. Kitchen full, garages full. Businesses, do we maintain and support shit that we don't need to maintain and support anymore because we just in case, I don't know, keep supporting it. But do we need this? I don't know, just keep it going, just in case. We do this all the time. We don't let go. And because we can't let go, we can't pull the future towards us. So the future hits us in the face because we're sitting there doing the same shit every day, and all of a sudden we put our heads up and AI hits us. And we go, oh, artificial intelligence, I've never heard of it. Or blockchains, oh, what? Do you understand? Play. Get playful. But here's the important lesson behind this. If you do the same thing over and over again, you build momentum. Yeah? And we often tend to associate momentum with a positive thing. We go, build a momentum and we're going to be great. Momentum is great if your momentum and the customer points in the same direction. Do you understand? The moment the customer changes direction, that momentum becomes deadly because you can't shift. You can't change. Do you think that people at Kodak and Blockbuster couldn't see the customer changing direction? Of course they could. Do you think they weren't smart enough? You know how we always look at it from the outside and go, oh, stupid people, Blockbuster. Come, as if. I work with Nokia very closely. Nokia saw it coming. Nokia could, of course. They just couldn't get away from the momentum too much in one direction. In other words, you're doing the same thing. Johnny comes over and says, Gus, what? Customer is going that way. Oh, holy shit, you're right. I'm going this way. You should go with the customer. No, I've never done that before. I'll do this. But you'll become irrelevant. Don't worry, I'll join a union and complain about it. You know what I mean? I don't know if you unionize. If you unionize, congratulations, carry on. I don't want to get in the way. Follow the customer. Follow the customer as often as you can. Anyway, so whatever product or service you are offering your customers today, it's only as good as today. Things get better all the time, and either you make them better or somebody else. And it might sound super simple, but it's incredibly profound, because when you're doing well, when you're fixing the customer problem, you drop the mic because you think, I've got it. This is it. We got here. We've managed. We figured it out. And the truth is that it never ends. It keeps changing and shifting all the time. And if you don't do it, somebody else does and makes it better. If it's not technology, it's a bunch of kids in a garage. If it's not that, it's another company that just launched. It's always someone that is trying to improve it. Don't ever, ever give up. Keep moving, keep chasing that customer all the time. So here's what happens. There is the beautiful concrete, can you see it? And there is the customer going that way. And you go, oh no. So, of course, the first thing we do is we call the marketing team and we say to marketing, go and tell the customer is going the wrong way. Tell them to come back to the concrete because we put so much money down for all these things. I always say that CFOs, I don't know if there's any CFOs in the room, but CFOs don't look at return on investment, they look for a return on concrete. It's all the shit they bought that they need a return on. So if you do a business case that doesn't actually use the stuff that they already bought, they go, I don't like this business case. And you go, but it's the future. I don't care. Sell me more paper. I bought a shit ton of paper. I need that to be sold, right? Customers always pick the path of least resistance. It's as simple as that, right? Customers always pick the path of least resistance. So get rid of concrete as often as you can. I don't know if I've been clear about this analogy. Don't drive home the same way every day. Don't sit in the same desk. Don't have the same meeting with the same people at the same time about the same things every week. You are laying concrete in your own life. Bring novelty in your life. Get rid of concrete. Every time you implement something new in your business, have in the back of your mind the explementation plan, I call it. The opposite plan. The plan that gets rid of whatever you put in place. Do you understand? Because if you put it in place and you hold on to it, your BAU will become so big, your business as usual, that you will not let go because it's just too hard to let go. Because you put it in and you conquer the shit out of it. And that's it, stays right there where it is. So innovation is simple. It gets overused a lot. Like people use the word innovation for everything, right? And the truth is that I try to make it simple and say innovation is just fixing problems. That's all it is. And we fix problems all the time. And the more customer problems you fix, the more relevant you are. Simple as that, right? So when you fix the problem, you go from unsolved to solve. You go from disorder to order, right? You go from less structure to more structure, crazy to sane, unknown to known. You go from uncertainty to certainty. Yeah? At the beginning, if we were to come up with a new blockchain crypto company, 3D printing something, it's probably here somewhere. It's a bit crazy, it's unknown. We don't exactly know how we're going to do it. How is AI going to affect our industry? There's a few little startups going on, but we don't know exactly how. By the time we figure it out, we find the order, and once we find order, what do we do with the order? We pour concrete all over it just to make sure it stays right where it is. And then order people hire more order people. So the order people all sit together in meetings, finishing each other's sentences. Like, I love that. Yeah, I love that too. Yeah, keep that straight. Yeah, like, I love the Excel spreadsheet, whatever. And then you happen to be the disorder person that puts the hand up in the meeting and says, I wonder if we can try in pink. And then what do the order people say? No, can't afford it. No, it's illegal. No, we tried it before, it didn't work. No, if it's not broken, why fix it? Right? Now, which end do you need to be able to innovate? Order or disorder? Trick question. Which end do you need? Trick question. You need both. You need both. So as much as I'm the disorder person, I tend to play off, on the order people. I need them. Without them, I'll go to jail for sure, 100%. Right? So you need order people. You need to make sure. But equally, order people need me to make sure that there's a future and there's something going on and we can try new things. Otherwise, innovation never starts. If you want, like this happens in marriages all the time, by the way, right? Normally marriages have an order and disorder person. My wife and I are the typical case, right? She's very order, she's a nurse, very structured, very like everything organized or whatever. And I'm here with my wife going, let's do innovation, put the syringe somewhere else, see what happens. And she's like, husband, you can't do it anyway. I'm like, try, whatever. So the point is, and if you want to find out what you are, just open your laptop, have a look at your web browser, and tell me how many tabs do you have open. If you go 60 plus like me, you're a disorder person, welcome, right? Now, if you got only one open, and when you finish, you close it, you're a psychopath. Don't do that shit, just leave it. My wife closes the browser, and I'm going, where's your browser? She goes, close. Don't! Why not? Like, it's just the internet, you need the internet, always. Anyway, so, tension between order and disorder. Be aware of it. Be aware in your teams. Have a look at your team. If you got 5, 10 people in your team, have a look and just go, oh my God, I've got 8 of them that are order and 2 that are disorder. No wonder there's tension here and challenge here. Because those disorder people and other people don't speak the same language. The only way to fix this is through empathy. But I'm happy to chat more about it. Complex bigger later. Remember, you're going to complicate the shit of everything. You're going to always make it too big, and you're going to always leave it for later. This is just the way we do life. So here's the solution. Ready? Simple, small, now. Whatever you want to do in business, whatever you want to do in your own life, simplify it. Make it small and act on it straight away. Do it today. Do it tomorrow. Don't wait. Because most of you are going to sit out of here and going to go, oh, what about this? Oh, I love that idea. What if we had this? Oh my God, put this into it and this and that. Amazing, let's do it. Let's get a coffee. Okay, done. You won't do it. Simplify it. Make it as small as you can. Recap, boom, boom, boom. Let's finish with 3 quotes. The story of the tortoise and the hare isn't as slowly and steady wins the race. Is don't be arrogant and slack off. People often get this wrong. The next one. It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. This is a bit deep. I left men there on purpose, by the way, because we are very guilty of this. But if my salary depends on me selling printed books and someone comes up with an electronic book, do I embrace the electronic book or do I block it? I block it because I'm scared, right? Remember, the more you block new things, the quicker you become irrelevant. The easiest way to remember this is turkeys don't vote for Christmas. Okay, I finish on a good note. I said somebody should do something about that, and then I realized I am somebody. Truth is, we're all somebody, and you guys are a really critical part of the fabric of society. I didn't say that at the start, but I do say it now. Thank you. It's really important what you do. Make sure you keep doing it. And don't let somebody else do it for you, because if you do, then by then it's going to be too late. Trust me, I come from the future, yeah? Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you so much.